Mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
Okay, that's good.
How's it going, guys? My name is Angel, and I am the owner of CP Coating. Well, the good thing was that the name was already there. The name was there. CP stands for color pit. So it's essentially, you bring your parts in and it can come out any color. So you're not limited with so many options. The imagination is the sky, really. As I was around it, I was like, well, that's pretty cool. Like seeing the process of it all and just seeing from beginning to end how everything would change. It was something really cool, and I just didn't think it was something I could jump onto for the fact that I already had that kind of cushy little job-ish, and I just kind of stayed in my little safe zone. So when the opportunity came up to take over, that's when I had to really think about it, and I was like, is this something I can do, something I want to do? I was more of nervous just because I was already in that little safety bubble, and spoke with my wife, and thank God for my wife. She really encouraged me big time and supported me. So from there I was like, all right, let's do it, and instantly I fell in love with it. I stepped in about 3 years ago. I was around it for a while. I knew about it, but actually hands-on, it's been about 3 years. It's scary. It's scary because you're coming in and nothing's guaranteed. You're just like, I got rent now and what's gonna happen? But I'll be honest, dude, like I cannot be more thankful for, especially the car community. I mean, I've been part of that scene for, 14 years, 15 years. And it was nerve-wracking at first because I'm like, well, is it gonna be enough to pay the bills? Like I left the secure paycheck to uncertainty. And I mean, these guys have really came through. I mean, they bring me work, they word of mouth, they spread the posts and all that, and it makes me feel as though what I represent for myself over the years actually is helping me now. And I've always tried to be like the friendly guy with everyone. Like, you know what, these same guys are like, hey dude, like I wanna do my wheels, I wanna do my valve cover. It's awesome knowing that just because of me being who I am and having these interactions with everybody is now providing for my family. It was funny because at first it was more of trying to create something with my name. A big part of it was the fact that working where I was before, it wasn't bad, but I could feel that I was getting real stale. Like I was just moving sideways, and coming into this, it felt more of not a hobby, but I could feel joy in it. I felt as though I had achievement, and it just felt good knowing that whatever I put in was coming out. I don't feel burned out here. I can work all day, every day, and feel good about it. I am happy. My family can come, my kids, my wife, they help me out, and I enjoy it. I feel what makes it unique is that I'm trying to be what I wanted to receive. So after being in the car scene for so long and just being a consumer really over the years, I understand more of like what is it that people want to hear, see, things like that, especially the communication thing. I notice that's a big factor. So I always try and do that with all the customers, like give them updates very often on everything, and kind of just have fun with it all to where they're not just another dollar through the door. It's like, let me get to know you. You never know what comes from it, as far as maybe you want more work, or maybe, you end up becoming a homie, and it happens a lot too. I'd have to say probably when I'm taping. It's one of those, it's either taping or when I'm on the sandblast cabinet. It's one of those like satisfying things where, you get it out of the acid. Sometimes it's like brownish, just looks ugly. And as you're sandblasting, it turns to that nice silver. So it's one of those like oddly satisfying things. Like you can see the progress of it right before your eyes. It's pretty cool. As far as the success, it's visual. Like I said, thank God to my friends and family, I'm able to keep growing, and it's because of them that I am growing. It's habit to become content where you're at and just kind of stay there. But thanks to my wife, my family, my friends, they really pushed me to grow. And with that, I'm in my new location now. It's awesome. It's cool having a new spot. It's bigger. Right now, we're still moving in, we're still setting everything up, but it's always exciting growing, knowing that it's working. And that's, I think, where real growth comes in, where it's not just you trying to climb, it's everyone pulling you up and pushing you forward. That's where, I think that's where success comes in, when you're surrounded by the right people, because it encourages you and it motivates you to do what you're doing. I try and give back what people have given me with this business. A lot of people give me a shot. They're like, oh, well, I usually go somewhere else or whatever it is. And they just like, you know what, let's see what you can do. And I try and do that a lot with other people too, as far as like, you know, the small photographers or whatever it is. I'm like, cool, man, like let's set it up, let's do something, just for the fact that that could be the little stepping stone they need to reassure themselves or for them to hit that new level. And for me, that's what the community is all about. Like, let's everybody grow and let's put food on everyone's table. Also, just be a good person, man. Like, it's not that hard to be an honest person, really. There's too many guys that just take things for granted without realizing it. And that communication, that little bit more where you, instead of just twisting the wires, you actually put like the shrink wrap and all. It's those things that I think make the difference. Yeah. Future goals, definitely, you know, I want to upgrade. I'm always trying to upgrade, you know, get bigger, better equipment, better my talent. I want to learn more tricks and tips and what's going to work, what's not going to work. By doing all that, I think it's going to bring in more workflow, and also let it speak for itself. Let my work speak for itself, and really just be the kind of guy that's always chasing success and not money, kind of thing. I learned real quick when I was busy chasing money, it's real easy to start lacking on your quality. You're not worried about that person anymore. You're worried about that dollar. And that was negatively affecting me, to where when I was told, like, you know, I need to switch my mindset. I need to focus on every job for the success of it, for the quality of it. And that's when it started coming in more, because of the quality I was putting out. And instead of seeing every person as a dollar bill, I saw them as, you know, it's a client, it's a friend, it's someone that worked hard to get that money to do whatever they're trying to do, whether it's the wheels, a valve cover, suspension, whatever. They're working just as hard as I am. And everyone wants their dollar's worth. And that was where I understood, you chase success and everything else is just gonna come with it. Sleep. No, I like to spend time with my family. I'm 50-50 on being a homebody and get me out, where I feel like sometimes I'm here in the shop a lot, or I'm just out a lot. I'm just like, I wanna be home. I wanna be home, I wanna be with my kids, I wanna be with my wife. And then there's other times where I'm like, all right, let's get out of here. Let's take the kids to the park. Let's just get out of the house and see what we do. We'll walk around Walmart, you know? It's different. I do like to go to the gym. I'm trying to keep that going again. I took a long break, but going to the gym, I enjoy it. And also the car thing. I mean, my son loves Evo. He'll tell me randomly, hey, like, let's go for a cruise in Evo. And I'm like, you know what, yeah, we haven't gone in it in a while. We load up and we just cruise, but we'll get ice cream or whatever, and we'll cruise around the car, and he loves it. My wife, she she enjoys it, but she doesn't like when I give it some gas, you know. It's some people succeed because they're destined to, but most people will succeed because they're determined to. And that's kind of with the premise of put in the hard work, put in the hours, put in the effort, and you're gonna come out on top. You know, and it's one of those, you might not be at the top at the moment, but keep working on it. Keep striving, don't get content. And I think that's really been a driver for a good number of years now.